Welcome back to Access Carolina. When it comes to a gorgeous dessert, it doesn't get much prettier than a classic French tart with its butter shortbread crust, creamy vanilla custard, and heaps of fresh fruit. We've got Vincent Caradonna, the executive chef and owner of Le Petit Croissant in Greenville downtown, here to teach us his methods. Welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we know that when you came to Access Carolina, you were here for National Croissant Day last month. Tell us a little bit about your background, you know, how you ended up here in Greenville first before we get into this.
So I ended up in Greenville because of my wife. I took her away from Greenville. She's born and raised in Greenville, and I took her away to New York, then Las Vegas, and then Atlanta. And ultimately, from Atlanta, she asked me really to try to open something in Greenville, and we find a beautiful spot on Main Street, and I say yes.
And people are just delighted when they come into your shop. We'll talk about it a little bit too, but. Right now, the classic French tart making. Step one is this dough, right?
Step one is the dough, yes. So we have powdered sugar, flour, butter, and eggs. We're going to mix the flour and the butter together with a hint of salt, just a teaspoon, to give it some flavor.
Have at it. Let me know if I can do anything to help.
So we'll mix the butter until the butter softens enough and dissolve into the flour, right? And then we'll add the powdered sugar, and last we'll add the eggs until we get a firm dough, right? And that dough, we're going to shape it as a block. We're going to flat it, and then we're going to cut it as the size we need.
Okay, so you've got that.
Exactly. So this is a print that we need, and then we use traditional rings for tarts. So
you've got to make the edges.
Exactly. But for that, we're going to do it in one single piece. So you can see a lot of pastry chefs now that are doing it in two parts, the bottom, and then they add an edge. The traditional way is to do an oversized ring and to let it fall inside the ring, basically. So we're going to put the dough on top of the ring, and with 2 fingers on your thumb, you're going delicately to let the dough shape itself into the ring.
And you don't have to push it all the way down or it might tear. You're kind of delicately making it fit.
There is so much butter, it's so rich that it just fell on its own, and then you make sure that the edge is straight, and you get a nice shell.
I think we've done that. That's beautiful.
Beautiful. And then we're going to bake those at 350 for about 20 minutes, okay? And we're going to end up with those little shells right here. So those are cooked. And from here, we need to make the pastry cream, the traditional pastry cream. For that, we're going to need milk with vanilla beans. It's better, all right? You can use vanilla extract, but the beans are always better.
Okay.
We'll need sugar, regular white cane sugar, flour, and eggs. So we're going to bring to boil the milk and the vanilla, just so the vanilla opened up and flavor the milk. And we're going to mix together the sugar, the flour, and the eggs. Okay, we can use also egg yolk, just the yolk.
Okay.
And we're going to whiten what we call the sugar, flour, and eggs together because egg yolk burn in contact with sugar. So you need to whip it pretty nicely until it changes slightly of color. It will become a little whiter, creamier color.
Let's tilt that down so we can see what's in that.
This is pure vanilla beans. Basically, we open the gooses and we scrape the beans inside and leave it in there. And so we're going to end up.
And we'll put all the details
on the website.
But at this point, we get to dress this.
Yeah. So and then we're going to temper our egg mix and boiling milk together and cook it for 2 minutes. Then we reserve it in a cooler until it's cold. So we end up with the pastry cream, and we're going to lay a little bit of the cream inside the shell. So all the little black dots that you can see. There we go. All the little black dots you can see are the actual vanilla.
You've been practicing with this. Mine is less pretty, but I'm sure
it tastes
once it's covered with fruit, that's the final step for what we can do here.
Yes. So we're going to add a couple fruits.
All right, let's top it up.
Well, so we got some nice raspberries, we get blackberries, blueberries, and
Aiming
strawberries.
for that as a final
Yes.
look.
So,
Okay.
hopla. So you just lay the fruit as you want,
Okay.
and there you can just be creative.
And while we put these berries on and make it look creative and kind of pretty, give us a quick overview of what people find at your shop and what you love about being there.
So we make a variety of pastry, croissants, of course, chocolate croissant that we're very popular for, almond croissant. We make a ton of macarons as well, the little French cookie,
Yeah.
all colorful, and we also make chocolate. Of course, that's what I'm known, technically a chocolate master, and then we do also cooking classes. So those cooking classes actually are really, really fun. They're BYOB. We are booked about 6 to 9 months ahead.
Sure. Well, I know that you're passionate about what you do. You love teaching people, so people can come into your shop. I know, and we'd love to have you back if you'll come visit us again to teach us something new.
Sure.
Your shop, Le Petit Croissant, is located at 640 South Main Street in Greenville. Chef, that was such a treat. I can't wait to finish this. I guess we'll send it over to Catherine because she's in charge of this forecast today. Catherine, join us when you're done, will you?
I would love to.
Okay, we'll keep at it.
Yeah, go for it. So